Hello Heavy Metal Maidens and Masters, I'm Heavy Metal Momma and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have an ExoUmbra purchase that I wanted to share with you. But before we get to that, remember to like this video, comment down below to discuss any of the things that come up in the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, I really appreciate everyone who has and I would love you to join the family too. Hit that notification bell so that you can find out whenever I upload. And welcome everyone. So, if you haven't already seen in my what I got for Christmas video, I mentioned that I had an ExoUmbra dress coming, but that it hadn't arrived. Well, it's here. I've given it a thorough test drive. I've washed it, and now I wanted to share it with you guys. I love, love, love this dress. So I asked Heavy Metal Hubby if I could have a custom dress from ExoUmbra. I basically contacted Sophie, said this is the dress that I want. She sorted out a listing for me and then she put it on her website as a special custom listing for me, and then Heavy Metal Hubby bought it. So because ExoUmbra, if you aren't aware, is a company on Etsy run by the wonderful Sophie Mooseham. She is absolutely wonderful, lovely, beautiful lady. I absolutely love her. She runs this whole company by herself. Everything that she makes by hand. Well, I mean, obviously with a sewing machine, but you know, she is so creative and I love her business ethic because everything that she makes is made from recycled t-shirts, and she even keeps all the little offcuts and then uses them to make other items. So she really, really is in that ethic of as little waste as possible, trying to recycle, reuse materials that otherwise would be thrown away, and I absolutely love that. I just think it's such a great thing when we've got all this fast fashion out there, which, you know, I'm guilty of, you know, but it's so great that there's a company out there that is making these amazing, beautiful, and they're completely one-of-a-kind pieces that are, you know, really good for the environment, and she's so creative. So one of the pieces that I kept going back to over and over again was the vampire dress, but the vampire dress normally has a t-shirt collar and sort of short sleeves, and I wasn't hugely into that, so I emailed her and asked her if I could get that dress with long sleeves with thumb holes, because every girl loves a thumb hole, and whether there was any way that she could do the neckline more like, she's got a dress called the witch dress, but it's spelled double V, so the witch dress, and she messaged me back and was like, of course I could do that. This is how much it will be. And then I waited. Now obviously, because she is a one-man band, she makes everything by herself, by hand. You don't get something in 3 days. Nothing is off the shelf. It is all custom made, which again is brilliant because it means that she doesn't have pieces sort of sitting there waiting that nobody is going to buy. She literally makes your order for you, which is amazing, which means that you can message her and say, I would like it with this, or I would like it without that, or I'm a really bizarre shape, is there any way that you can make it so it fits these measurements? She is so accommodating and so sweet. And it arrived. I was so excited when it arrived. It is absolutely spectacular, and here it is. I can't get it all in shot, so I will show you in many try-ons that you will see coming up. It's so beautiful. So look, we've got this handmade ExoUmbra tag, which is just brilliant. I love the fact that she's made her own tag. That's just, again, with a little offcut, fantastic. It's got this scoop neckline. Now, the original vampire dress had a high t-shirt neck, the crew neck that comes with a t-shirt. I wanted something that was a bit more of a lower cut. This is not a booby dress by any means, but I don't find that a t-shirt neck is something that I ever go for. I either want it to be super duper high, something with a crazy ass collar like this, or I want it to be boob skimming, you know, skims down here and shows a little bit of your décolletage. So it's really, really beautiful and very me. It's got these lovely, lovely long sleeves. I love the fact that you can see, look, the sleeves are in different parts, but I love that because it means that, look, from here, they slightly flare out. And there's a thumb hole, Every girl loves a thumb hole. There is nothing better than toasty warm hands. And then look at this. It's got all these different like V's of fabric sewn in. So it's just got this amazing floaty skirt. And there's, look, we've got little panels here. It just gives it so much interest when you're looking at it. I love the fact that you can see where she's sewn the edges, but then she's left the raw edges of the cotton here, so that every time you wash it, it rolls a bit more and it gives it more texture. It's so interesting. I love the fact that she's used the way that the cotton behaves, and she's used the way that she sews everything together to be really efficient and not waste lots of fabric. And it doesn't mean you end up with a really thick, because if you fold it over to hem it and then attach it to something else, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. I love the fact she's used the way that she designed stuff to give it a real different edginess. And then it's got this really disconnected bottom here. As you can see, with me spinning around in it lots and lots, it's got this beautiful disconnected skirt at the bottom with all these different levels, and gives it so much interest. Whenever I've worn it, I get compliments. I got complimented in the supermarket by some random lady that just thought I looked amazing, which, you know, you kind of, you know, you get used to being complimented by more alternative people. To be complimented by some random woman in the supermarket is always makes my day. And yeah, I did say, as my friend Sophie makes these, they're amazing. It's so clever. I love it. I love the fact that she's used the fact that she wants to recycle to give it extra interest. I mean, yeah, I'm sure if you got something like this from Killstar, it would have like 4 pieces, and, you know, they would have sewn it so you can barely see the seam and blah blah blah. I love the fact all the seams are on show. It just makes it so much more interesting. She definitely makes sure that she designs everything to be, she doesn't design anything to be particularly fitted, which I really like. I really wanted something that was a bit more casual and loose and comfortable to wear. This dress looks brilliant on its own. It looks amazing with well, I've got loads of different belts that it looks fantastic with. Oh, I just feel so witchy and cool in it, and yeah, I can't express how much I love it. I love the fact as well that no one else has this dress. You could still buy the vampire dress. I mean, you could ask for these alterations if you want, but, you know, everybody else that's bought the vampire dress, it's different to mine. You know, even if they asked for exactly the same dress as mine, it will be different to mine because of the way that she makes it. And she said put a little information sheet in. It says everything is made out of t-shirts, and some garments are made using recycled fabric cut-offs from other garments. This is to reduce fabric waste as much as possible. Please expect and embrace small paint splatters, odd zigzag hemlines where extra fabric has been added, some unhemmed parts. T-shirt fabric will roll when washed and shouldn't fray. Unhemmed edges are done deliberately. If you feel like you have an issue, contact me. Wash on a cold or medium temperature. Do not dry clean, and the paint feels stiff. Don't worry, it softens after washing. It has got, I think it's going to be one of these dresses that every time you wash it, it's going to change slightly. And so that's going to be really interesting to see how it changes with age. I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's spectacular. I can't, how much more can I say than that? She is a true artist. I love the fact that she's so young and decided to start up her own business. I don't have the balls to do that. I wish I had the balls to do that. I wish I had I wish I had the talent to do that. And I mean, look how talented she is. Look how talented she is. So please go and support Sophie, ExoUmbra, because what a spectacular company. I know over Christmas it got so manic, she ended up having to shut the company because she couldn't take any more orders. So she is definitely going places, but if she's open for orders, put yourself an order in. She goes from a size small. I'm sure, I mean, I'm a 10, this is a small. I'm sure if you were smaller, you could ask if she could do a smaller size, because at the end of the day, everything is handmade. But what is available on the website, I think she goes up to a 5XL. I mean, how inclusive is that as well? In fast fashion, there's very few brands that are that inclusive. Well, I mean, most, you know, fast fashion brands, it's a 16, 18 and that's it, you're done. I love the fact that she goes up to a 5XL. I love the fact that her clothes are there to lift up everybody. And I mean, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. I think I quite possibly will be ordering this with no sleeves, and maybe the thing for the summer. I don't know, there's so many now I want on there for in the summer. So I can see this becoming a little bit of an addiction. And bless her, Sophie has given me a code. So she said, "Hi Lily and Scott, I've got a 10% discount code that you are free to share with your followers. It is Heavy Metal Momma." I will put it up there. So Heavy Metal Momma, all one word, capitals. That will get you 10% off at ExoUmbra. I guarantee, go get something from Sophie. She is such a talented young lady. You will not regret your purchase, I promise you. Absolutely love her. I am definitely going to be buying more. I mean, just look. Just let me just give you a moment to just look. So as you can see, magnificent, magnificent dress, fantastic designer. Love you, Sophie. You're just, yeah, she's the dude. If you want to see her video on how she manufactures all her items, that questions that people asked her about how she goes about her business, I've put a link up here to her video on how she does everything. It was such an interesting watch. I loved it, loved it. Brilliant video, brilliant video. She has her own YouTube channel as well, which I will link at the end so that you can go watch her, subscribe to her, because she is putting out some fantastic content. So remember, people, like this video if you enjoyed it, comment down below if you want to discuss any of the things that have come up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so that you can find out whenever I upload. And remember, people, stay heavy and slash melt forever.